AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go from Jacksonville. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So he's entering season number 5, and make no mistake about it, Mike, at times he has shown flashes of brilliance, but they just can't seem to put it all together to be a perennial playoff contender. Now new coach, new situation, can he become the franchise quarterback that they need him to be, that they drafted him to be? Because if he can turn in those consistent high-level performances, I think he can change the future of this franchise pretty quickly.
It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Lawrence now. Get this to the tight end, Johnny Munt. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical, right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And 10 yards.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Short pass goes a long way. It works to the tune of 25 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Brought down at the 20-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. A gain of 11, and it's first and goal.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Jets' 8-yard line.
Man in motion here is Washington. Second down, Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And now third and goal coming up.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
Not the worst play call there. I actually like third down screen game, especially when you're anticipating some pressure, an over-aggressive defense who's selling out to get to the quarterback. In this case, not a lot of room to operate. They don't convert. Brings up fourth down.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Wanwu now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, plays college ball at Virginia Tech. It's Tyrod Taylor.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
Now, faking the give. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. The former first overall pick in 2022, Trayvon Walker. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Now Taylor. Oh, and they're going to get him again. 2 plays, 2 sacks by the defense.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Taylor looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. Going to be 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The Jags offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. He'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Lawrence. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. In motion is Myers. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. This one caught left side. That's screen. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The 1st down at the 38-yard line.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Another run here with Paul. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. The motion man is Johnson. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's Austin McNamara now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Try a jet sweep, and that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll step up and run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they failed to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
3rd and 5. Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their 1st read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Hall. This one could be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot downfield. Now, let's check on the flag.
Still third down.
Penalty yardage moves them closer for this third down attempt. It is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Taylor. That one complete to Johnson. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. Oh, wide open is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. And the Jets first down.
And it really starts with the blitz pickup by the guys up front. I mean, the defense, they sold out. They're trying to get home. The offense is ready. They end up using their aggressiveness against them, and they pick up a nice gain through the air.
Taylor. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself, but they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, He knew exactly what play was coming.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll drop this for ETN. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up third down.
Here's third down and a few inches. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Jaguars on top. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. Third and inches as we are ready to get back underway. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on third down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Not much happening there, just a short game.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. First and 10. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From just shy of midfield, here's second and 4. This runs straight ahead for ETN. They get this to about midfield. Damian Sherwood there to meet him.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That's another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to a 10-0 lead.
Jets, nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he is stopped. The Jets 25. The drive will begin there. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's hauled. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Josh Hines-Allen there on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Austin McNamara now as he's on to punt for the Jets. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it beginning on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Open right side. That screens the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd down, Lawrence. Tight end strains. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Lawrence. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Lawrence now. Now a screen set up for Etienne. A dive, and he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars move further out in front. It is now 17-0. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. To return to Isaiah Davis. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to get back to work. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. John Mechie was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Off play action. The two-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down.
Mike, Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Third and a long way to go. Taylor looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Lawrence. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That is Will McDonald. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Now Lawrence. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Now here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
The return is Williams. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
To throw is Taylor. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. And Mitchell, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove.
Jets, 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
A quick throw here on the RPO. It's caught by Johnson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. On the run, here's Hall. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Taylor. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, 3rd down and 3. Now Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. This one hauled in by Thomas. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brian Thomas Jr. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's ETN. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Oh, that is terrific. Out of bounds, inside the 5-yard line. The Jets offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd down and 8. Throwing, Taylor. That's caught. It's Mitchell. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's 3rd and 4. Here's Taylor. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Jets are going to use their 3rd and final timeout here as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Here's 1st and 10. Taylor. He'll set up the screen to Hall. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Devon Hamilton getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
We're not even at halftime yet, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has completely taken over the game. It's just sack after sack after sack. This is going to be a long day for this offensive group if the O-line doesn't figure something out here in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He airs this one out looking for Mechie. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Thrown quickly, RPO, that's Till. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
On the give, it's Hall. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 21.
They get 21 on that one. And the Jets have a 1st down.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here comes Hall. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with the sneak. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
At the 34-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, looked in by Mitchell. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His 2nd grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
They'll look to throw. That one taken in by Mitchell. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jets 1st down. 1st and goal, New York.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run in ball. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Moving to this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets are finally on the board. It's 17-3.
Jets 3.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
When we met with him during the week, how did he describe himself to us, Mike? He said, I feel like I'm a student of the game. I feel like that's my advantage over my opponent. And as this game's unfolded, it's pretty clear to see why.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a 2-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Hall, a first down and more. And he will score. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. They put Strange in motion. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. Has an opening past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll run it once more with Etienne. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1, and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Well, the best screenplay is, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Man in motion here is Washington. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Got his man. It's complete to Thomas. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Jaguars 1st down.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll get about 5.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Once again, it's ETN. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That's good.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
They run on the jet sweep. That's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Lawrence. Over the top. He's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars move out to a 24-10 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with 1st down. A good slant into the hands of Johnson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Off-balance throw. It's complete.
Taylor's pass. Complete to Tyler Johnson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 4. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes in the NFL, you have to be careful what you ask for. This offensive line, they were very clear to us this week. They wanted to take on this group. They loved the ability to be challenged. Well, they might have poked the bear a little bit too much because they've now surrendered a whopping 10 sacks in a single game. And I don't think there's been any signs of this pass rush slowing down.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. To throw is Taylor. He gets this complete to Mitchell. They get 12 yards on that pass, and the Jets have a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Taylor looking to throw. Exiting the pocket right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up the short game.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Taylor. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, right side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one's good for 12 and a first down. Throwing, Taylor. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up the key third down?
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
We'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
That's really well done defensively, Mike. The key to these situations is you got to engage with the blocker, bottle it up, but then you have to get off the block, find the ball, bring them down. That's exactly what they do. No gain, fourth down.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good.
Makes the score.
And the Jets are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Lawrence now on second down. Oh, a loose football. The Jets have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Big play coming here for the Jets as they will set up for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick it up with Hall, and he cannot get in. The try for 2 comes up empty, so unable to get within a field goal. The difference remains 5.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. In motion is Myers. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. Here's a short one. He's got strings. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Lawrence. Now he'll air one out. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Oliver. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. The motion man is Johnson. Again, here's Hall. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Taylor. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Josh Hines Allen getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On comes the punt team now for the Jets. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jags offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Handoff to TTM. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second down, Lawrence. This one not quite on target. Let him too much, and that one falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence from the gun here on third down. Quick hitting slant there. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
8 yards on the
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Now, Taylor. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On the ground, this is Davis. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here's Taylor. Forced out wide.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Back to throw. Taylor loses the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
And he has missed this one. No good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
The Jaguars offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. This run straight ahead for ETN. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They put Strange in motion. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Give them 14 on that one. 1st down, Jacksonville.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
A lot could go wrong
line.
anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball.
57 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 11.
On your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead. You're in the 4th quarter. And you're able to pop off a big run.
And now the defense is going to take their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 7-yard line.
From the gun, a give to ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Working out of the gun, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And the big guys up front on the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Cam Little
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter.
30-yard attempt.
We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So, here are the Jets down on the scoreboard. 1:54 remain. How will this play out? We'll watch. They come up for first down. They'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. Back to the air one more time. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Second and goal. He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Taking off, and this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
And what a finish this is shaping up to be, Mike. They somehow get the late touchdown with very little time left on the clock. And, of course, now everybody knows what's coming. You've got to have your best 2-point, gotta have it play. You've been working on it all week. Let's see what they got.
Listen to this crowd. These guys need to stop on this 2-point conversion.
Will line up for a 2-point
Taylor
conversion.
looking to throw. And this is caught. He's able to hang on. They get the 2 points, and we are tied in the final minute of play.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. Here is 1st and 10. Lawrence now. A ball deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st down, Lawrence. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On the give, it's ETN. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
30-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and it's not going to be a lot of gain.
Lawrence now on second down. That's complete to ETN. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Jaguars, first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. And even 30 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing, Taylor. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly it is third and 10. This one down the field, but it lined up incomplete.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. First, second, third down. All three incompletions, and now brings up fourth down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
To throw is Taylor. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's fourth down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on fourth down.
So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They had to work for this one. All even through four quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.